Right. Oh, wow. Well, see, you can really get a lot across in a little time. And I hope you're taking notes or doing some video or whatever. We are taking video of the whole panel, so you'll be able to get it pretty soon after. Ted and his group usually have all of the videos of the speakers quite rapidly, so be sure to pick them up. Okay, and next, and thank you, Kid. Okay, next, Laura Desjardins.
Yeah. Thank you. I have a flyer out there. If any of you didn't get it, you can just email me and get this information. It's under astrologer2001@AOL.com, and that way I will send you the PowerPoint on it. So what I do, I'm a predictive astrologer. I really like to use how those planets are affecting us, and I've been doing it for 48 years. I've been an astrologer now. So it's really fascinating what's happening in the sky right now. I would say is probably the most profound of anything that I've seen out there. Having this Saturn-Pluto conjunction in January 10th, that took place under that eclipse, and it's so powerful, that kind of energy. And there's a archetypal change ready to happen where the masculine will be going into the background and the feminine will be coming forward. And most of the corporations now, according to one of my clients who's a consultant, she said that a lot of these corporations are demanding that a woman be on the board of directors. So those of you just keep watching this. And I think it started with the archetype of the feminine hero. So we are moving forward from that, the female hero. And so Pluto in Capricorn actually is where the U.S. Pluto is. It's at 27 degrees Capricorn. So within the next few years, we're going to have our Pluto return, which means who's in power? Who's in that position of power? What is their personality like? How are we blending with that energy? And as you know, Neptune now is in the sign of Pisces, and we're in a division. The last time Neptune was at the beginning, or in this sign of Pisces, was the beginning of the Civil War, which is the ideology of trying to create what is your belief system. And we in the United States are divided on that belief system, but the archetype goes back to the Civil War. So kind of look at what transpired during the Civil War to get even a better idea of what's going on. Not that I'm saying we'll be in a civil war, but we are completely divided as a nation. Because Neptune is in Pisces, many times photography was discovered when Neptune was in Pisces. So, and that's where we're going to have things happen with projecting an image and how that's done. And in the next few years, as Neptune completes its time, we will, in the sign of Pisces, we'll see all these advances coming in with regards to the movies and how we watch things already. You know, we have Netflix and Disney Channel and all these other things that are going on. But the actual projection of these movies is going to change. So be prepared for that. Now, and we probably will have a spiritual leader who comes in. Neptune in Pisces was the time where we were doing seances. If you look back to what was happening at that time, seances were a big thing. So we're going to see something where we're connecting to the other level of consciousness, where we can go from one state of consciousness on to another because of this planet being there. And the further into the sign that it gets, the more we're going to be able to get into these altered states. Now, I think the person who would be the archetype for this will have the ability to do yoga. And, you know, I did yoga for years, and when I did it, I realized that you can get so high. You don't have to smoke a joint. You can be so high just doing yoga and meditating. And we would meditate for like 6 hours at a time. And then when I would run into the people, the group that meditated together, I would immediately slip back into that state of consciousness. So as an alternative, non-toxic alternative, give meditation a try. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus now, which means money for astrologers. So this panel all is the top astrologers here, and we're all doing well at what we do. Because Uranus has just moved into the sign of Taurus, and it's really picking up the ante. And it's actually the programs that are coming out are going to be so much quicker, so much faster and dynamic for astrology, but also anything with the internet, anything with the ability to connect to another. We are now in a completely social universe where we're all one. We're able to connect in a second to someone in India or to Pakistan. Doesn't matter where they are. And some of the third world countries are the most adept at this because that's their form of connecting. So that's pretty powerful. And, I talk about the virus, the coronavirus. This is a gigantic deal, what's happening out there. And I wrote in here some of the configurations that happened when that virus came out. The constellation of Corona Australis was on the horizon at the time that they came out and said that this is there, this virus is there. And I thought, how phenomenal that they came with this. And then in the area of China, this, it was, pardon me? Wuhan, China. Well, yeah, and you were just there, so she got out 2 hours. Yeah, and I have a friend who's in
December. I don't have a car.
We just bought masks.
I have masks in my room.
Anyway, I did some research on this, and 1350, there were 25 million people that died of the corona, or of a virus. 25 million in China. So do some research about this. Now, I think this has got to run because of the planets where they're at. I think we're going to be seeing this keep going through to the fall of the year. So right now, I think there's probably about 35,000 who have it in China. Each day it keeps increasing, obviously.
What was the start date that you
that start date was, I'll have to look back at it. I'll tell you once I go back over this, because I want to talk. Pardon me? Oh, we're down to 2 minutes.
No, we're past 2 minutes.
Oh.
She's
Okay, I didn't get
You
to
missed
tell you.
the